Hey, what's up, Street Talks? The Eric from the Eric from Street Photography blog. So another turbo thought I want to toss at you. So this is a very simple idea, but I actually quite like this idea. So the notion is this. In life, in order to be more inspired and motivated in general, get stronger legs, right? So very basic ideas. So let me just kind of outline these ideas with you. So I'm really into this ancient Chinese proverb that death starts from the feet upwards or health starts from the feet upwards. Now, to me, this is such a fascinating idea because I don't think in modern day life, nobody gives credence to feet, legs, and walking. So like even if you go to the gym, right? Everyone's so obsessed with, getting a big bench or getting a big chest and arms or whatever. Yo, but all these dudes have freaking like skinny ass like chicken legs. It's hilarious. And I would kind of actually prefer to be the opposite, where I'd prefer to have like elephant legs and a smaller upper body than the other way around. Because actually the funny thing is, even without trying, because like for the most part, I actually, when I'm at the gym, I focus on doing deadlifts and squats, like heavy deadlift squats, powerlifting style. And as a consequence, like just my upper body has gone stronger because like, you're doing these big lifts, like even putting a heavy ass bar. So I just squatted 365, which I think is 3 plates and a 25 on each side. You put the bar on your shoulder, you need a strong upper frame to just like even hold that. So eventually you're just gonna build a stronger upper body. But anyways, this is why I think it's important. Okay, so if you think about a human, right? What is our human anatomy designed for, and how should we optimize it? And this is what I think. So, hunter-gatherers, right? We're optimized to essentially walk around all day. I mean, I've heard different counts, but let's say that the average hunter-gatherer walked, I don't know, like 10 to 20 miles a day. So for the most part, we're standing erect. We have our 2 legs, which allow us to walk. And what's the point of even us humans having legs? Is for us to walk long distances with less fatigue. Because actually, if you look at other animals, like 4-legged animals, they're really good at like sprinting, but they're actually not as good as going long distance. So in some ways, humans are designed to be long distance walkers. But not only that, but on top of that, I think humans were designed to like sprint really quick. So to be able to jog, to me, is like absolutely nonsense. If you like to jog, I mean that's totally cool too, but I think if we wanted to optimize human physiology, it's either we walk a lot for long distances at very low intensity for fun, like not even for exercise, right? Or we're sprinters. And even look at the physiques, right? So when you watch the Olympics, right? If you look at an ultra marathoner and look at their physique versus looking at an Olympic sprinter, who would you rather look like? I would choose an Olympic sprinter. They look amazing. They're like super muscular, really strong legs. They look beautiful. Whereas the ultra long distance marathoners, they tend to look a little bit like emaciated, look like they could die in any second. But anyways, so I found that like the more I kind of do deadlifts, squats at the gym, and the more I just walk around and stand around all day, take the stairs like I'm doing right now, actually I get more creative ideas, I get more inspiration, more motivation to do stuff. Whereas when I'm sedentary, I tend to fall victim to sloth and I just don't want to do nothing, and I tend to feel actually a little more depressed. So I'm actually starting to think too, so like maybe one of the root causes of depression is lack of movement. So I'll give you another example. I have a lot of friends in Silicon Valley, and it looks like a lot of people in Silicon, I mean, this is just like everyone in the world too. It's like you got a 9-to-5 job, you're essentially just commuting, you're sitting at your desk all day, you're probably not walking that much. Or let's say you live in the burbs, there's literally no sidewalk. So at least in American society, it's so funny because like, whenever I visit Europe, Europeans are like, oh man, Americans are so lazy, you guys don't walk. I'm like, yo, have you guys been to America? I'm like, there is nowhere to walk unless you live in like New York City, San Francisco. There's really nowhere to walk. So especially, those of you guys from LA or SoCal, y'all know me, it's like there's fucking no place to walk unless maybe you live in downtown, but nobody really lives in downtown. So it's kind of sad because modern life has kind of optimized for us to walk as little as possible and to drive as much as possible and sit as much as possible. And just take a look, right? Like, and this is actually one thing I like about being Asian is like, you know, it's okay for you to do the Asian squat, right? You just like, you know, do the squat down, ass to grass. And it's really good for your hip mobility. Asian people tend to live closer to the ground. And like, I was even reading this one book about like, you know, successful secrets of aging from like Chinese people or something. And there's like this like 98-year-old lady. She essentially never sits. She's always walking around. She's tending to her garden. She's walking everywhere. And so, and there's even a saying, she's like, after you eat dinner, if you want to live to be 99, take 100 steps or something like that. Or I don't know the exact saying. But essentially the basic gist is this. In order to be more artistically productive, mentally productive, creatively productive, or just to be happier, more whatever, it seems like the secret is the legs. So very basic. If you're a guy or girl, it doesn't matter. Go to the gym, do deadlifts, do squats, you know, do lunges, sprint, do yoga, whatever. Or just go on long, pointless walks. Like, that's the funny thing too, is that people try to think of like walking like exercise. I don't think that's actually the right mentality. Walking, it should be like kind of an existential thing, is that to be a human is to walk. And I would actually say, and this is just like purely from a pride thing, strive to build thunder thighs. Strive to build really strong legs, really muscular legs. And like, I think it just like, it looks sexy. I think it looks cool. And even now when I'm at the gym, right? You know, there's a certain hierarchy. Ultimately, the most impressive guy at the gym isn't the guy who could bench the most, it's the guy who could deadlift or squat the most. And that necessitates strong legs. And so even when I think about like male physique or female physique, whenever I see people with really big, strong, muscular legs, I'm like so impressed. I'm like, yo, that's beautiful. And that's actually another thing I've been thinking about is, you know, what do I see as beautiful and what do I see as ugly? I see as ugly when I see guys at the gym with like huge upper body and then like skinny legs or the chicken legs. I'm like, yo, that's ugly. I don't like it. Whereas thinking about having really strong muscular legs. So maybe if you could make a goal this year, squat or deadlift at least your body weight, and then the next goal could be squat and deadlift twice your body weight. And then if you want to go super duper extreme, try to go 3x or 4x. So I think like, how much do I weigh right now? I'm like 172, 173-ish. Maybe I'm 175, I'm not sure. And I think I could squat 365. So I could squat over twice my body weight and I could deadlift 450. It's like, I don't know. But anyways, so in a day, just kind of have a goal to just walk as much as you can. And I mean, like even some people, you know, you got your smartphone pedometer or, you know, Fitbit or Apple Watch or whatever. Just try to see how much you could just walk in a given day, just for fun. Like, just try to like set an arbitrary number, right? Like whether it be 10,000, then after 10,000, try to do 15,000, then try to 20,000, 25,000, 30,000. I mean, for some people, some of y'all, it actually literally might not be possible, which I'm sorry because you got a 9-to-5 job. But let's assume like you get Saturday or Sunday off. Just treat it like a fun little challenge. Just like, yo, in a given day, how many steps can I walk? And, you know, I assume the days that you walk a lot and just bring a camera with you, you'll probably be more creatively inspired. You'll probably get more creative ideas, jot them down, write them out. You'll probably be happier, better mood. You'll probably be more engaged or whatever. So yeah, just kind of remind yourself that health starts from the feet upwards. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.